Happy Wednesday. I'm excited about it being Wednesday. It's hump day. We're halfway through the week. It's December 3rd. I can't believe Christmas is around the corner, but we're here. This morning, I looked at my hair. If you look closely, I got these curls popping. Look at that curl. If you've been following along or watched the previous video, the top of my hair is thinner because of chemo pills I take. I'm going through treatment for the second time. A mutation returned a couple of years ago. So I take Kaskali. If you ever see the commercials, better quality of life, all those things, it does give you that, but there are also still side effects. So I cut off my locks. I've been talking about my hair, but I want to talk about it from the perspective of taking risks, because last night I took some risk. I took a risk by twisting and rolling the top because it's so thin, and I wanted to see if it would do something different to look more fuller. And it did. It worked, y'all. It worked. Now the sides, I just did the 2-strand twist like I've been doing. Those kind of waves popping, aren't they? Look at them waves. But you can also see where my hair is thin, right? I want to talk about how with leadership, it's important that we take a risk in life, in leadership, in relationships. I'm in this Christian leadership class, and I was working on homework yesterday, and there are 3 or 4 areas that I was posting about taking risks. One is taking risk with others, right? It really is when you consider someone working on your team, someone working for you, or even in a marriage or relationship, giving that person the space and the opportunity to take risk without you expecting them to clone you. What I see is sometimes leaders, they say they want the creativity of the people on their team, but what they really want is them to clone it, what they do. They want it to look exactly the way they do it. They want their mind to think like the leader's mind thinks, instead of allowing this space to allow creativity for that team member to take a risk and do something different, to do something that may have never been done before, to provide a safe space for them to fall that will allow for collaboration, not cloning. So there's taking risks with others. Then there's taking risks with ourselves, and that's what I did last night when I was really pondering and thinking through, right, what do I do with my hair? I have an event on Saturday, and I'm like, oh, this is cute, but you always want it to be cuter when you're having an event or going somewhere. So I rolled and set. That was me taking a risk. Now, for a perfectionist, they would want all of it done the same way, right? Not 2-strand twist part and rollers. I used y'all those old sponge rollers. Now, come on, y'all know the pink rollers. Mine were blue. But old school growing up, we would wear those pink sponge rollers to bed. And that's what I put was a few small sponge rollers, right? Here's what I find. Perfection sometimes hinders performance because we want everything perfect. We don't want any mistakes. We want everything the same. It prevents us from actually executing a plan. That's good right there. Think about it. By the time you finish editing it or holding it because it's not perfect, you've missed the opportunity. The moment has passed. I, as a perfectionist in training and working through it, understand. But I've learned over the years that when Frozen says, let it go, you gotta let it go. So I could have taught perfectionist. I could have said, no, I need it all to look the same. But now that you see it, I took this risk, and it's cute. It's cute. So there's, right, taking risks with others, taking risks with yourself, taking risks for the mission or the vision of your family, your company, your team, saying, for 5 years, we did it this way, but going in 2026, let's do something new. Let's do something different. Let's take a risk. Because the world today, we can just talk about 2025. I don't even have time for that. It's not what it was in 2024 or 2023. I feel like 2025, this year has been worse than the pandemic in some ways in 2020. So we need to take some risk. So today, on this wonderful, cold day, I want to encourage you to take some risk, to be a risk taker and to be a risk giver. Encourage your children to take a risk. Encourage your coworkers to take a risk. Encourage your spouse to take a risk. You take a risk on you. Do something, and it may be like my hair where you roller set some and twist the other. Take a risk and learn and see what the outcome is going to be. And I promise it'll make life more exciting. Now go be great today and have a wonderful day.